Hello there, this has been Fournier. Here's more Mass Effect 2007. I'm gonna talk with the crew, starting with Ashley and ending with Ashley. I did sort of try to do this, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it more properly, I guess. It's interesting how quickly Ashley accuses you of being, like, ultra friendly with Liara at first, no matter what you say. It is kind of an accurate speech pattern for that type of character, though, I guess. Yeah, okay. Anyway, here we go. But yeah, this will be an Ashley playthrough, whereas for Mass Effect 2 and the start of the Mass Effect 3 one that I tried to do until it pretty much crashed in the Omega DLC, it was Liara, then Miranda, then I don't know if I was gonna do Liara, or yeah, maybe. But either way, this will be Ashley all the way through, pretty much, which would be Ashley, no one, then Ashley again.
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up what's her name? Tassoni?
Now, this is obviously not cool, because it's just like, here's the regulations or something, or you're being in, what is it, insubordination, which is, like, annoying. So this would be probably the right one, right?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
And once again, this is the whole coldness thing. And this is like, say you like her or interested in her, and she'll say either one. But I'm thinking it's gonna be something like that.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. Anyway, interested in a quick drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the First Contact War ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of him.
I suppose going into construction, at least people could appreciate what he did for working, rather than just being like, here's your major flaw, or something like that.
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
I think this is like that I think it's all three saying potentially, but I don't know.
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Commence the saving. I don't know what that means. Saving on this or what? Start. I don't know.
If not, we'll convince them. One way or the other, the Alliance is going to play a role in the Council.
I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
Maybe I should have saved there. I think if we try to defend the Alliance, that'll be another thing.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? Like I said, the Rachni are dangerous. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to T'Soni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
I think I will go back and redo that, because if you pick the thing where you defend it, then there's a whole Paragon crap to go through, but it's all sort of like the writers being extra preachy. I'm gonna make a save right before talking with her in case I decide to change that up again. I actually restarted the recording because I was doing this, because I didn't want to be like having her say, oh, you're interested in Liara, when I'm not trying to be. And yet, that could just be like an ESTJ with any as the third function, being playful about the intentions of others. Same as with an ESFJ, but an ESTJ is going to be far more blunt about things rather than an FE hero type. Something like that, anyway. Anyway, let's see, before I talk with her this time, just in case I decide to do that again. But yeah, this is annoying when it's like that, and I know I'm sort of being annoying as well, but yeah. Not going back to Novaria, that's for sure. Alright, here we go with talking with her again.
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara? Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
So, okay.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her?
That's not verbal comprehension.
Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. Anyway, interested in a quick drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Excuse me.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of them.
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on.
I would skip this, but I don't want to accidentally select anything.
This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Yeah, I think selecting the top one that allows you to do the Paragon thing.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem, already sticking us on the bear. The Council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Yeah, we'd be made in the image of God, but apart from that, probably still be something similar to, like, not moving boundary stones, if there are any. Whatever, though.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
Well, that's... Huh. Guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. You and he would have gotten along. He was a tough old bastard. I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? Like I said, the Rachni are dangerous. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to T'Soni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Alright, I think I'm going to save here as well. So no more starting at the command deck. If I have to redo that, it'll be save 220. But let's talk to Rex and Garrus before going on.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
Proficiency versus
I could tell as soon as
the other
I
thing.
met him.
It's like equivocation. Why does everyone play that game? It's like he's good at this thing versus he's a good person. Those are two different things. Even though it's the same word, it's different meanings on that. Equivocation is pretending they're the same word. But yeah, it's like...
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it.
Was it the
That's
one
why
with
I
the
didn't
egg?
mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
And then it just is the basic things to talk about.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. And then Garrus.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
Yeah, at the very least, if the Sovereign thing was still around, the indoctrination would continue and get everyone around wherever it's loitering to, probably. But yeah, either way, yeah, they'd probably still just let him get away with anything because they did that already before.
I'm glad you see it that way. I never had any intention of capturing that bastard. When I see him, he dies.
Good. The Council won't like it, but they can't stop you either. You see, this is why I want to be a Spectre. You never have to worry about bureaucratic idiots making a mess of everything.
Just make sure you're ready when it happens.
Yes, sir.
I know, it's not the Paragon choice that they sort of promote by making it all sound so preachy goody two-shoes according to bureaucratic inertia, but it's still like, yeah, that needs to be done kind of thing too. Oh, there's XP from just pressing a click. Oh, nice. Okay, and Tally, what do you have to say?
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing.
Wait for the end of
Back
Mass Effect
home,
2.
I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
And this would just be generic stuff.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Yep. Alright, so onward to Liara. I mean, there are the other crew to talk to. We could probably upgrade some of the entropy devices of Doom. But let's go. And then after talking to Liara, I'll talk to Ashley again and see if she says anything new, but not picking romance options for dialogue if I can help it. It's difficult when it seems like they try to railroad you to any dialogue leading to the same conclusion type thing, you know? Dr. Chakwas is there. Alright. So, let's make a save here. Let's see, it was 220 for going back to Ashley. Let's see, 220 for before 221. Let's save here a new one. 222 before talking to Liara.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Wow.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Okay.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. And the Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
If I can ever get around to writing the novel version of Falling into Space, it's going to have, like, humans living antediluvian lifespans and all that sort of stuff. But, it would be similar to how the Asari see it, probably, though. I don't know. Either way, onward to
You're
the still.
scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Here I am uncertain whether that's going to be a romance one, and that would be That sounds a little too rude if it's unacceptable. Me or the beacon. That also sounds like it could be a romance one. This one sounds like it would be a romance one. So I don't know.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings.
See, this is the
I thought
railroading.
there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
This would just be rude, even though it is accurate. But yeah, still.
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
This is more obvious. I would just want to be friends.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So that's the way to be, I think, for an Ashley playthrough. But they do sort of try to make it so it's like you go with Liara. But I don't want that. Not for this playthrough. There's Caden with all his weird looks at you, and yeah, let's not bother. He's just gonna go crispy on Vermeer. So yeah, I'd rather not deal with that. The weird looks are probably more for the FemShep, since he's an option for the FemShep, and that's... I guess they didn't do multiple versions of it, so whatever though, I don't want to see that. Anyway, onward, back to Ashley, and let's see here. Oh, we can't save while we're in there or something, or while it was still loading. Let's just see. New save, yeah. I'll delete a few after a bit, but yeah, let's just go with that.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? Like I said, the Rachni are dangerous. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
Okay, so it doesn't have any new dialogue there.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Alright, so I think that's the right way to go with that. And we could do the entropy device stuff if we wanted to. Maybe at least sell some of the garbage.
Looking for supplies?
Yes, dude.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
And let's go yeet. Before it... What? Yes? I hope we're not selling items that we're using. That would not be likely. But yeah, let's see though. Anything really good? I have no idea though. Phoenix 7, let's see, compare. What? 2614722 is... What is Ashley's armor? Phoenix 7, I think... No, that's medium armor. She has heavy. She can wear heavy now, so... Oh, these are all crap otherwise, pretty much, though. Yeah, I don't know. 110,000 credits this costs. No, cost is... We have 700,000. We could get it, although that would drop it down to 660. I don't like that number. Let's see, shoddy... I don't need a shoddy. Not for the engineer character. 102. Wow, this is crap. Let's get out of here. He has garbage in his stores. Let's see, what is Ash? What is Ash's stuff here? You have to go here, and let's see here. 40, 154, and 10. 41, 54, 10. And we have the Energized Weave, which does this. But 40, 154, 10 versus... What was it?
Looking for supplies?
My word, yeah. What else am I doing
Let's see what
here?
you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, 40, 14510 versus 26 147 22. So yeah, worse, better. It's not the best. Okay. So yeah, let's not bother with that. Ah, come on, let's get back to, I don't know, see if Joker has anything to say, and then I'll go to the galaxy map. I think next time I'll go through and do some of the side quest things, but yeah, this was for mostly just talking with the crew, particularly Ashley, and making sure to set it so I'm not trying to romance both of them at the same time, which you can to a point until Ashley makes you make a choice. And if you try to pick two of the three choices, you end up with Liara. But only one of the three for Ashley. So it's like they railroaded you to Liara.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Yep. And that's all there is.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, we hear your jokes and we have to go. I'm sure we could probably see if Presley has anything more to say, but I think he's just stuck on his one note kind of thing there. Alright, I think this will be it for now. And let's see, deleting everything except 223, pretty much. Yeah. Delete, yes. Delete. And delete. So yeah, I think that's probably good enough. But yeah, let's save here just in case. Then we have an alternating top save type thing again. Oh well. Game over, man. Game over. I know that's not the most interesting potentially, but still. It's at least getting the dialogues out of the way. And we'll move on to side quests next time. Take care, and try not to go crazy.